welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're tapping in to see who is your one true love. We'll get all the info we can about them. We'll see if you've met them and what will happen moving forward with this one true love. That is our topic today. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. There's also custom spell work on there, manifestation candles. Other than that, you can pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and you can always pick more than one pile as well for all of my readings. For group one, we have the Que Sera crystal, and we'll be using the Spellcaster's Tarot. For group two, we have the Black Geode, and we'll be using the Wishes from the Whales Tarot. For group three, we have the Finchinite, and we'll be using the Porcelain Tarot. And for group four, we have the Green Goldstone. And we'll be using the Harmony Tarot for group four. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time to decide, and we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group one with the Que Sera crystal and the Spellcaster's Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your one true love. Have you met this person? Any details we can get about them? What will happen in this connection moving forward? We shall see. Spirit, for group one with the Que Sera crystal, please show us who is their one true love. What is the situation with this person? Okay, so right away, I'm getting a strong energy that this person is a lover and they're very verbal with their love. Not gonna lie, it's giving a little Don Juan energy. It's giving a little too smooth. It's giving a little, is this love bombing? We got Mercutio. So this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. If you know your boy Mercutio, it says humorous, loyal, devoted, but wild and frantic. So this person can be very high energy all over the place, and that is the same in their love. This is the kind of person, this is the kind of love that comes in like a wrecking ball. It comes into your life. The person is intense. They're all about you. And I feel like that may be a pattern for them. That may be their whole MO when they get passionate about something. It could be a business idea. It could be a new habit. Oh, I want to get on this health journey, or I want to start this business. They're the kind of person where they don't kind of sit on it for weeks and months, etc. They're the kind of person like, let me order everything now and let me start my business tomorrow. Or let me get in this health journey tonight. I'm going to the gym right now, signing up for a membership, and then I'm going to consistently go every day. So I do feel like that energy is applied to multiple areas in their life. But right away, I'm just getting like a very verbal person. Someone, we actually have Oath to the Moon here. Bottom of the card says vows of love. So right away, I'm getting a strong energy that this is someone who, when they love you, they love you. When they show it, they show it. It pours out of them and they cannot control it. Your one true love is a lover through and through, group one. Okay. So we got the reconcile energy and we have unrequited love. So for some of you, this could definitely be someone who's a friend at first. This could be someone who you're just not worried about. I was getting a little bit of the energy of a relationship. So maybe you were in a relationship when you first meet, or they're in a relationship when you first meet. When the card first came out, I did hear past life lovers. So for some of you, there could have been a tragic, past life situation where you guys weren't able to be together, and then hopefully we can try again in this life. It could be a crazy situation like that. And specifically, as soon as I start talking about that, I'm getting a lot of crown chakra like activity. It feels like a little scratching sensation in my crown chakra. So you may literally have dreams, visions, etc. You may feel this person's energy. And to be honest, if you told people all of the symptoms that you get spiritually, people may side eye you, not gonna lie. Because you may get like those really intense psychic downloads where it's like, okay, I'm just locked in with spirit right now. I'm gonna have to lock in with my guides because they're the only ones who are gonna understand it and really understand like the intensity of it. Reconcile says resolving conflict, letting go of the past and forgetting the hate. So if you guys have met in this life, we'll probably confirm that from tarot will be the best way. If you guys have met in this life, then this may even be someone who it's like an enemies to lovers situation where you guys really did not get along that first meeting, or in the beginning, or this could be like an energy of them in conflict in a relationship or you in conflict in a relationship. Unrequited love, it says accepting the pain, fulfilling your needs in other ways. So, if one of you pursued the other, you may have had to lay off, or they may have had to lay off because the other party really wasn't responding to that. Seems like there was definitely like a barrier between the two of you. We have fear and Tybalt. So maybe it was your ex, Tybalt. It says the Prince of Cats, fashion and aggressiveness. So what do cats symbolize? They symbolize freedom, but also a lot of people are in love with cats. A lot of people are naturally obsessed with cats. It's like when you're a cat lover, you are a cat lover. And if this person is the Prince of Cats, that means that this person is really good at being loved, really good at drawing attention, adoration. And it also says fashion on here, which really sticks out to me. So someone had a fashion guy, fashion girl as their ex, and that was the thing that was keeping the two of you apart. Too much competition or some sort of third party, or it could be that you were attracted to this type and you had to go through a cycle of learning that this type may have its own pitfalls, and now you're going more towards this Mercutio energy. It's like golden retriever energy versus black cat energy is the difference between these two. So you may have had a personal evolution that shifted you towards even being able to appreciate your one true love. Fear, it says concerns, worries, risks. You get the energy. Some sort of holdup, or something that was rooted in fear was going on here. I'm gonna check and see now. Spirit, is this someone that they know already? Have they met? Okay, we got the Sun card reversed with the Page of Swords. All new energy, Sun card reversed. This person has not been revealed to you. If you just so happen to know each other, you genuinely have not had any romantic past. I'm talking about even a kiss or like a hug. If you just so happen to know, because it is a pick a card, it's not a personal, so we're not tapping into exactly what's going on for each person. The majority of group one, you have not met this person IRL. For a small portion of you that have, you literally have no romantic history with this person. Like, you would have been acquaintances or friends, or for a lot of you, it even seemed like an enemies to lovers situation. So maybe y'all were beefed out in the beginning, like no romantic, nothing beyond like maybe just literal attraction, because you can't turn off your eyes, but that would have been the most. Page of Swords is all about new communications, new experiences, new places, new people, etc. That coming out with the Sun card reverse, yeah, you definitely don't know each other. And that's also giving me another shot at love energy with that past life vibe that we were getting before. We got Temperance reversed, Queen of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Cups reversed. That is bringing me back to that Tybalt energy. Group one, I feel like before you meet your one true love, you're going to kiss a lot of frogs. I feel like you're going to go through a lot of situationships or partnerships where it's like, okay, so this person is super mysterious and independent like a cat. That's why I'm attracted to them. Or this is a fashion girl, fashion guy. They look so good. They put that on. It turns me on. I'm attracted. But, maybe I don't need that kind of partner. It also says aggressiveness on here. Some of you may be genuinely, or in the past, have been attracted to more aggressive partners because at least you do know that they're wanting you. But again, too much of anything can definitely turn toxic. So, I feel like your one true love is coming later in life. After you've been through some experiences, Eight of Cups reversed, after you've let go of the archetypes that aren't serving you. So Eight of Cups showing up reversed kind of represents that this is something still currently going on. Like, you're currently in the process of realizing what you really want in love and what your true type is, etc., what may be toxic for you, what you're attracted to but isn't good for you, all that kind of nuance and things like that. So I can at least say there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel. And it's someone who's funny, it's someone who's loyal, someone who's fun, golden retriever energy. You're still going to get that like outpour of love with them as well. Queen of Cups reverse, Temperance reverse. This isn't something that you have to force. This is something that will happen naturally. Yeah, Queen of Wands reverse, especially with that Temperance reverse, is kind of like, you know, it's the climb energy, like it's the journey, not something that you have to, I just saw 10-10, not something that you have to force, but something that will naturally come about. All right, so what will happen, Spirit? What else can you tell us for group 1 about their one true love? Love it. We have the Harmony card, which is one of the things that Temperance is associated with. So I like that Harmony is coming out because Temperance came up reversed to let us know that we're still kind of in the thick of it. And Spirit is saying, like, you know, you're being led to where you're supposed to be. Don't you worry. Harmony says working well together, being in tune, and building deep trust. Being in tune for whatever reason is giving me strong music vibes, which I know it's like a saying that is derived from musical terms, but I never read symbolic things literally, and Spirit is really putting that at the forefront of my consciousness. So someone may have some connection to music. You may communicate to this person through music in some way. Music could just, I just saw 1111, could be significant to you or significant to this connection. We got happiness at the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck represents things unseen, where you're going, things that are yet to pass. It says fitting well together, lasting commitment and deep connection. So your one true love, group 1, is the light at the end of the tunnel. It is your last stop. And to be honest, this is like probably going to be your last partner, especially with the Harmony card having like the wedding rings on it and the bouquet and talking about lasting commitment, deep connection. These are all things that long-term relationships have in common. So I see you guys working really well together, being in tune. There could be something there going on with music that can be important to you. You can meet this person at a concert or some sort of live music event as well. I see you building deep trust with this person, and it's likely going to happen over time. You'll kind of fall deeper and deeper into love, because for some people it can be a bit jarring, especially with that oath to the moon talking about vows of love. You know, it's all cute and dandy in a movie, but would you actually want someone hooting and hollering at you from outside of your window? Probably not. You probably wouldn't be feeling that, you know? So it'll take some time to get used to that intensity of, like, you know, love. We got journaling. It says creative release. Another card giving me like writer's vibes. I'm getting that you guys may be some sort of musical or creative couple. It says keeping track of patterns and exploring your feelings. Exactly. Journaling is how you're going to get to this relationship quicker if you do want to speed things up, because keeping track of patterns is a significant part of moving forward and having new manifestations. Whenever I manifest something, I always acknowledge the lessons that I've learned most recently since the last time I manifested something. So we're all on one accord. Spirit knows I saw the lesson. I learned the lesson. I don't have the blinders on. I realize it. I don't need it to repeat. You can keep that, Spirit, but I'm ready to move forward, and this is what I'm looking for moving forward. So definitely a good idea to really acknowledge, you know, what has been learned or what was ignored, you know, all the red flags and all that good stuff. We have obstacles. It says look for ways around obstacles to find happiness, which is so symbolic. It's freaking me out. There's so much. And you know, I was getting that weird sensation in my crown chakra earlier and picking up that you guys may be super, super psychic. It's just, we were just talking about like having to learn, having to journal, etc. And we had the happiness card that came out for us before. And the card that we're getting now is saying look for ways around obstacles to find that happiness that we've literally been tapping into. It's so freaky. Yeah, you guys are highly psychic. You definitely have those weird kind of downloads and sensations where it's like most people don't even know about this, you know, don't know it could go that deep. I feel like you're very much so on that psychic ride. But that's what I got for you, group 1. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that's where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. right, if you chose group 2 with the Black Geode and the wishes from the Whales Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your one true love. We'll see what information we can get about this person. We'll see if you've met them and what will happen moving forward. Spirit for group 2 with the Black Geode. Please show us who is their one true love. Okay, so right away, first card out, we have determination, and then we have appointment. Now, this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle, so the appointment card in this deck alludes to a marriage. Like, an appointment is basically what you would call, like, you know, when you're meeting at the courthouse to, you know, get all your paperwork filled out and enter union. Determination, it says courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness and firmness. Wow. The appointment card, it says engagement and marriage proposal. Group 2, I feel like your one true love is literally perfect. Perfect for you and a very almost flawless kind of person. No one is flawless, but you definitely have high standards. And I see that you have the courage to ask for what you truly want, the perseverance, and there comes a point in your journey where it's like, okay, I've been indecisive. So in my head, I've been saying, okay, this is what I want in love. But in my life, I've been dealing with some clowns. You know what I mean? This is an energy like, okay, I'm going to stand firm in what I want. I know that this person exists and it's only a matter of time. And you literally from there start to wait for that. So if you're coming into this energy, you are closer to your one true love. But I definitely feel like you're having to deal with whatever is available until then. And ultimately, this person is someone you'll have the opportunity to marry. This is someone who wants marriage, but also someone who is on the same page as you as far as like how soon or how you want to go about it. Yeah, Spirit is showing me like specific lifestyles as well. You may already have like your perfect life in mind, and Spirit keeps showing me religion, oddly. So you may find it important for religion to be in the household when you're raising kids, for an example. You may feel like, okay, I'm spiritual, but I want my kids to be raised religiously. Spirit is just showing me like tradition. So it could be kind of like just more the traditional home and family themes, but I'm definitely getting that for someone. Spirit, please show us their one true love. Also, something that I'm seeing, we have the misunderstanding card. So you suspect that your one true love is that twin flame. I don't see that's your one true love. Your one true love is the reflection of everything you realized you needed through that twin flame. And in order for the twin flame connections to hit and impact you anyway, naturally you have to be very in love with them. So it can kind of mind F you into thinking like, no, this is the person I'm meant to be with. But really that's just kind of like one of the drawbacks that come with the connection. Spirit can only really influence us through romantic connections if it's someone we want, if it's significant, if it's deep. So unfortunately, a lot of times with these like connections that are more meant to teach us things, they still impact us very deeply and we end up really falling in love with them. Misunderstanding, it says misinterpretation, misinformation, and ineffective communication. With misinformation, it's actually really sticking out to me that you may have unfortunately had a reader confirm to you that this is the person like you're meant to be with. And even me personally, I'm trying to stray away from the terms because a lot of these connections have a lot of overlap. You can have a soulmate connection that really resonates with a twin flame, that really seems like a karmic, that really seems like a life partner. Like, I feel like we should stop labeling them so definitively just in general because mix-ups like this can happen. I feel like someone told you and confirmed, maybe it was a friend. Now Spirit is showing me tarot cards and a pendulum. So you may have had a friend that asked their pendulum like, okay, is this, they're the person they're meant to be with or their one true love? I'm getting like big confirmations that were wrong. We have the dark deal. It says wrong decision and incorrect direction. So you may have even started to do magic on this person to try to be with them and make it work. You may have made some sort of dark deal. Maybe you reached out to an entity at some point. I'm also seeing that maybe there is a small portion of you that had some sort of attachment to a lower vibrational being. Maybe it was even like following along your bloodline, not just you, but something that you couldn't have really avoided. But anyways, maybe it was temptation that brought you there, an influence of a lower vibrational entity. Maybe, someone came into agreement with one to make something happen, but I am seeing a heavy investment in the wrong person. So let's see, Spirit, do they know this person? I'm really getting no. I do not feel like if you know this person, you don't have any romantic history. It's so clear the way it came out. Have they met their one true love in any way, though? Wow. We got the Lovers card coming right away, and we have the Queen of Wands. When you know, you know. Yeah. When you know, you know. You know if you've met this person or not. I'm going to say no. Especially the Lovers card represents the Lovers always has a depiction of spirit or a higher power, an angel on it, because it represents that specifically this kind of connection has to be divinely guided, and it's a reflection of fate and destiny. We have the Queen of Wands here, which Queen of Wands is Aries energy, very ambitious. If you've ever seen an Aries make up their mind, it's like, just get out of the way at that point, because they're going to do what they're going to do. Seriously, get out of the way because you're not stopping them. So that's just giving me the vibe that, you thought you Lovers card met this person when really it was a different significant connection. You have not met them, but at some point, Queen of Wands, you started to pursue the wrong person very passionately and put, for some of you, all of your eggs in one basket, and you really had to try really hard to get yourself out of that loop. Some of you, Spirit is actually showing me grippy socks. For some of you, this may have really set you off. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And really got you off track, but it's okay. It's okay. We're realizing we're coming back. So no, I'm not getting that you've met each other. I'm seeing that this is divinely guided. There was someone else that was a significant connection, Lovers card, Queen of Wands, that you started to pursue, but I don't feel like that person perfectly matched your energy, and that's why it was so difficult in the first place to get on the same page with them, because they weren't like that King of Wands. They were some other energy that wasn't completely perfect. We got the Seven of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles. Someone drained their money for this connection. Look at the Five of Pentacles in this deck. It's like a clear plastic bag with all their coins in it falling out the bottom. This may have been a bottomless pit for you. Seven of Swords reversed, sunken cost fallacy, having a really hard time admitting defeat or letting go. So I'm seeing that there's actually a super significant connection that, yes, was also divinely guided. You were meant to meet that person. Your one true love, though, is like everything that they're not, and everything that for some of you, you tried to make the last person into. And it doesn't even mean that that person is a bad person, but they just weren't the one. What else can you show us about this? We have the King of Cups coming out. So maybe that person was with the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck represents underlying energy. It also represents the future, things unseen, things that haven't come to pass. And that's so crazy because you literally showed up as the Queen of Wands. And that twin flame or whatever that connection was probably so polarizing because of the contrast. King of Cups is water sign energy. So with you showing up as fire, doesn't even mean you're a fire sign. It can be more about your energy. You're ambitious, you're a lover, you're active. When you love someone, you show them. You're a person about your word, you stand on business, etc. King of Cups is someone who is emotionally intelligent. King of Cups is really nice energy, especially in a relationship, but it's someone who's very heart-based and someone who's very emotional. It could be someone who's a bit of a dreamer versus a doer, to be honest. King of Cups energy is still more receptive, even more receptive than a feminine energy, Queen of Wands. So I feel like that's why this person, you really fell for them. And yeah, I feel like they were just different, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, fire and water, literally opposites. So Spirit, what will happen here? What will happen? Ooh, we have the physical intimacy card that came out. I had to, kind of scratch out some of the words. But if you see it, you see it. We have hot physical intimacy and ascension. So with this person, you probably had a really good sacral chakra energy with. Hot, it says all about the attraction, might just be physical and a new love affair. So I see that you're doing your thing, very physically active, multiple partners, different partners, or this could be all channeled with one person. But I see, that's your journey, more physical based connections until you ascend and then step into that one true love. Ascension, it says resolving the past, overcoming emotional blocks, and a spiritual relationship. So there could even be some spirituality that you guys step in together with. And I was seeing like you guys being on the same page in the home front. So that aligns with that. We got friends and unavailable. If you're the kind of person, for me personally, I don't keep any of my exes as friends. It's not on some like you're dead to me when we're done, but it's on some like there's a millions and millions of people out there. I don't need to be friends with no ex. But that may be holding you back for a small portion of you and keeping them in your life and keeping them in your just line of vision and distracting you. So if this person is still a friend, or you're even saying things like, this is my best friend, I think you should try to wean yourself off of that, because it's looking to be counterintuitive. It's looking to be more sabotaging than anything. Friends, it says being friends first, growing into love, being put in the friend zone. Maybe it's time to put this person in the friend zone, especially if you're not, especially if you're currently with them. Unavailable, it says struggles with intimacy, emotionally aloof, and dating other people. So yeah, I'm getting someone in your energy who might be stringing you along, group 2. Hopefully this is not your energy. Energy is fluid, so it could be you. If you're emotionally unavailable, I would say try to go into hermit mode a little bit until this big connection comes up for you, so that there's no broken hearts, kind of left behind. That's what I got for you, group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that's where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the Finchonite and the Porcelain Tarot, this is your reading, tapping into see who is your one true love. We'll get any details we can about them. We'll see, have you met them? What will happen moving forward with your one true love? Let's see, Spirit, for group 3 with the Finchonite. Who is their one true love? Oh. Okay, oh my God, that's so crazy, because as soon as I started shuffling your cards, I was seeing Jennifer's body. And I've actually personally never seen that movie start to finish. Like, something always happened. I was never able to watch it in full. So I didn't know exactly what it was alluding to. But we have Revenge and Rosaline here. Yikes. You might cut off, like, this is giving an energy of the Black Widow that eats their partner after mating. It's giving an energy that you might actually, no, let's see. We have to see how this energy plays out. So first of all, there's a lot of people in your energy. You have multiple options, and you give strong cold girl, cold guy energy. We have Revenge and Rosaline, which was giving me that Jennifer's body download. And what I know from the movie is Jennifer basically started to, she started to off all the, player boys in her school. She had turned into that demon, and then she just started wrecking them. And for some of you, you could even be feeling that way right now, because there's like a quote in that movie, and there's like blonde, I guess she would be the main character in the movie. She ends up having a romance with the girl Jennifer, dark hair, Megan Fox. And there's a quote where she says, you're, blanking innocent people. And she says, no, I'm just blanking boys. So I don't know what this is saying. For you, you may be in your villain era right now. You could be really angry towards the masculine right now. You have multiple masculines in your energy, yet it seems like, again, giving me that Black Widow vibe where it's like we mate and then I destroy you. Revenge, it says punishment, compensation really sticks out to me. It says punishment, compensation, and counterattack. So someone had done something to you and you had went on a journey of revenge. And yes, we're gonna circle back to the one true love. But Rosaline, it says conservative, chastitous, serious, and formal. So this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. Rosaline, just as the card says, very serious, takes love seriously, takes how you impact other people seriously, and also kind of has disdain for childish, masculine energy. So I'm picking up on a feminine in her villain era that is taking her revenge out on masculines. And we got two options coming through. So you will get to decide who you want to move forward with. But I just feel like your past experiences, even though, we all have like a strong romantic connection in this life, you may kind of be a bit jaded and feel like I don't have any divinely guided partner because none of them are worthy of me in some way. Prince Useless, it says protection, kindness, undertaking. Prince Useless is like an older masculine energy, very protective, kind of like a daddy, father archetype. And then we have Romeo, which is the other side. So very youthful, very loving, playful, less serious. It says idealistic lover, passion, rashness, and quickly changing moods. So I feel like you were attracted to the main character before. You were attracted to Romeo, that idealistic lover, which isn't based in reality always, because it's ideas, it's dreams, it's fantasies, it's what you want to experience, it's what makes you feel good. But I feel like at some point that energy burned you, it hurt you. And your one true love is Prince Useless, someone who's protective, kind, who takes you under their wing. And even though you get a little, rowdy at times, still loves you through it, is someone who's like a stable, dependable force in your life. So we have determination and eager. I definitely feel that you're ready to get out of this F-boy, F-girl era, ready to get out of this era where you're connecting with people who are not able to fulfill you. Eager, it says immediate action. So you may be cutting people off at the root. Like I said, even if you're not in your villain era, going out of your way to seek these people out, like, in the movie Jennifer's Body. But I'm getting that. I feel like you should watch that. There may be something in there for you. I don't feel like it's like that, but it is very much so like F around and find out. You are the karma. Very much so the karma. So when you have these F boys, F girls, these players going around breaking hearts, I feel like you're the karma that says you cannot do that. And there's always someone bigger and better than you. And then you come up and I feel like these people get wrecked. Determination, it says courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness and firmness. So in life, I'm seeing that you've actually gone from being quite youthful, idealistic, and playful yourself. I do feel like it was a romantic relationship that did trigger the shift, but the shift happened and you transformed into more serious and determined and completely release that indecisiveness. You could have in the past gone on dates like, well, I'm open to see where things go, but now you're going on dates like, I'm looking for a marriage partner, for an example. Even if you're not into marriage, like being very direct and firm with what you really want and not worried about if you'll scare someone. Because that's what they always say, like, oh, I don't want to scare them. So I kind of just said something that's actually completely opposite from what I want. You've grown out of that and you've grown firm in, no, I have to be the way that I am. And there's so many manifestations of this. Not everyone is super serious. This could be playing out in a different way for you. But you're definitely feeling firm and like, no, this transformation that I'm making, it's intentional. And this is what's going to lead me to the life and relationship that I want. Spirit, have they met before? Do they know the love of their life? we have the Queen of Pentacles, all about investing, taking time. We have the Knight of Cups, which is that Romeo energy we tapped in before. This is definitely someone you're meeting later in life. Pentacles is the slowest moving in the tarot deck, but also the longest lasting. We also have the Four of Pentacles here, which is all about saving. Usually it's in a financial context, saving money, but basically it's about waiting for the opportunity that's best for you. I would say you have not met this person yet. I would say that your one true love is a connection that also grows over time. So for some of you who have met this person, you'd be in like, it just depends. It really just depends. Like if you're, later on in life and you've met this person, then you guys might be farther and more exploring that romanticism by now. But for the majority of you, this is someone that you're meeting, I won't say later in life, but you're definitely meeting after like dating, Your one true love isn't like, oh, the first person I'm, in a relationship with or something like that. It's very much so like you had to grow into the Queen of Pentacles to even Four of Pentacles be able to recognize and accept and love and appreciate this energy. But Knight of Cups, you definitely had to date some other people before getting here as well. So I would say no, you have not met yet. Spirit, what else can the tarot tell us about this connection, their one true love? So it's all a journey. Like you were dating a lot of people. We got the Justice card as soon as I stopped shuffling. Dating, meeting other people, got hurt at some point, maybe even used by spirit to dole out some karma to some people. Man-eater energy or whatever the male equivalent might be. You went through that era, your villain era, and then Queen of Pentacles. Once you get that revenge, once you balance those scales, then you're able to step into like your forever partner, your one true love connection. We got the Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands reversed, and the World card. Definitely a journey. Knight of Wands reversed is also a journey of understanding the importance of physical intimacy and how it can impact you. Literally your body just on a physical, biological level releases bonding chemicals when you're physically intimate with people. So you may be one of those people who very much so are physically influenced by physical intimacy. I am as well personally. That's something that I definitely noticed about myself. I mean, you could have a whole clown look like a prince to me if that listen, if they'd given me what I need, I'm folding. And I know that about myself. So now we move with intention so we don't end up in that position. You may have had to learn that too with that Knight of Wands. That can be a very physically charged energy. Knight of Wands can also be about you falling in love with creative types, you falling in love with people. So when you're seeing someone do the thing they love, that may be something you're specifically called to and fall in love with, because Knight of Wands is also about like your passions, your creativity. So for you, it may not be the physical intimacy piece. It may be like a writer so enthralled in what they're writing, and you can tell it's like their life's purpose, and you just fall in love with that. But we have the Eight of Swords, so releasing yourself from those shackles is what gets you to this World card. And you know what? The World card is the last card of Major Arcana in the tarot deck, so if you've been through the world, you done been through the devil. Okay. If you get to that World card position, yes, you have been through the ringer, and for you, it looks like you may have been the devil. So listen, it is what it is. It's all part of the divine plan. Spirit, what else can you tell us? What will happen moving forward for group 3 in relation to their one true love? What will happen for group 3 in relation to their one true love? So I do see you kind of going through an era. You're going through all the motions. You're going through your villain era. You're going through your wild and out era. And then we have an unavailable here. You're also going through your hermit mode era. It says struggles with intimacy. We were just talking about that. Emotionally aloof and dating other people. So yeah, I'm seeing you go through a dating era where you're dating a lot of people, struggling with physical intimacy, feeling like there's an imbalance there between the heart chakra and the physical, not feeling like one or the other is fully met, kind of going through like a fog in terms of your emotions. And then we have the gifts of love you'll be able to receive. So it's very much so you're going on a full journey, and the last stop world card is this one true love for you. Gifts of love says tokens of affection, giving and receiving and embracing what you have. So that could be a major indicator that this is the person you're looking for. They'll give you some sort of significant, maybe a necklace like it's here on the card, some sort of token of affection, but very heavy on the giving and receiving. It'll be mutual. What you're giving is also being reciprocated. That is what I have for you, Group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that's where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 4 with the Green Goldstone and the Harmony Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see who is your one true love. We'll see what info we can get about them. We'll see if you haven't met them before and what will happen moving forward, Spirit, for Group 4 with the Green Goldstone. Who is their one true love? Please show us their one true love. Okay, so right away I'm getting that your one true love is from a different culture or background or a different type than people around you would understand or agree with. You could have a very unique taste. We have Poison and Capulet. So Capulet, this is the Romeo and Juliet Oracle. The card, it says fatherly love, controlling, and dogma. There is someone trying to indoctrinate you with the kind of person you should date. You could be considering dating outside of your cultural background. You could be considering dating the same gender. You could be considering any taboo form of a relationship, or at least taboo in relation to the people around you. I am seeing that your current friend group or your family, your father or your mother, your community is kind of fundamentally against or out of agreement with who it is you want to date and what you see for yourself. Oh my God, there's a fruit fly in here. Get out of here. You're a criminal. Get out. And we have Poison here. It says harmful and destructive. So it seems like your type, either society or your family or some sort of programming, is telling you that it's not your real type and that you should go for something or someone else. Keep going. We have the Wooing card and we have Crossing the Barrier. So I'm seeing that you will likely meet this person later in life or after you move away from family, friends, whoever or whatever is holding you back. And to be honest, it doesn't even always have to be personified. Maybe this is not a person. Maybe this is your physical environment keeping you stuck dating a certain kind of people. And Spirit is trying to get you out of that environment so that you can connect with and date the people that you want. Wooing and Crossing the Barrier. Wooing, it says seeking, searching, encountering, and chasing. So I'm definitely getting this kind of feeling in your heart, this emptiness. I wouldn't say, it's not about like, you know, it reminds me of like star seeds. How star seeds always have this, I don't know where, like I have a home, I have a family, but I don't feel like this is my home. It's giving that kind of energy. Like it's not a pit in your heart where it's like, even if as a star seed, that doesn't mean you can't live a great life, you know, in this incarnation as a human. But there is this kind of misalignment feeling or feeling like something is missing and you feel like you're looking for it. Crossing the Barrier says overcoming obstacles. That's giving a strong energy of, crossing the border, strong energy of flying over water for me. So I'm definitely seeing that your person, your one true love, is not in your current physical environment. We have rejection and fake death here, so you may even find yourself in a karmic loop with someone that you know is not your one true love, and you might find yourself constantly rejecting them, whether that's through self-sabotage, whether that's like actually verbally being direct, or it could even be your body having physical reactions every time you're physically intimate with this person. It's like, oh, gotta take another, you know, boric acid tab. It could be something like that where your body is physically rejecting this person or something like that. rejection, it says firm rejection. So basically the same thing at the bottom. Fake death, it says disguise, concealment, keeping secrets and hidden truth. So it feels almost spiritual, the way you have to decode and find your partner. The fake death, you know, I feel like you end up ending things with an ex when you feel really motivated, or ending things like stopping dating a certain kind of partner whenever you feel like, I know this isn't, you know, what I'm looking for, but then you end up kind of back on the hamster wheel because it's like what's available to you now, and getting to the other side and overcoming those obstacles really seems really hard and far away. I just saw 444, especially if it has to do with like home and family, which the number 4 is heavily associated with. You know, it could be one of the 4s is your cultural background. One of the 4s is your current stability, your money, what you have the ability to do. And the other 4 could be talking about the family influence. So it's like 4, 4, 4, boom, boom, boom. We'd have to overcome all these obstacles to get to the other side. Spirit, have they met their one true love? Okay, so as soon as I asked that, I was seeing that some of you saw this person online. That's for a small portion of you. Death card reverse. Strong energy of that fake death that we got before. We got the 9 of Swords. We got the death card reversed. I would say you have not met this person. Some of you may have gotten a bit of a tease of this person. We got the 8 of Wands, which is very quick, fast moving energy. Can even be associated with communication to some degree or online, especially since everything is so fast online. You can go on a dating app and meet someone 50 miles away you would have never met, or you can log into social media, meet someone across the world you would have never seen. 8 of Wands can rule over those kind of quick quantum leaps and quantum loops where you're able to peek into someone else's reality in a totally different space. You know what? Now that I think about it, the internet is very quantum. The internet is literally a portal to other people's lives. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to start using the internet to manifest. I know for a fact you can use that. Oh my goodness, I just had a download. All right. We're going to have to push that aside for now. We got the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. So, no, I don't feel like you've met this person. I feel like you have, I forgot the first thing I was hearing for this, but I feel like you have dealt with other people. I feel like 9 of Swords, this connection has been kind of held back from you. 8 of Wands, some of you have had a little peek into this person's life, and it would have been super freaky. You could be like someone who's not at all a lover girl, lover boy, but you saw someone online or in passing or on the train, and you felt deeply, deeply connected to them. Something like that. Now we have the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess, which is beautiful because that lets us know that spirit is on your side and is going to give you the perfect opportunity for this. I just saw 707, and you likely know or will know, High Priestess, exactly who this is and where it is, and you'll be called to do something. And Ace of Swords, it'll be very easy for you. Like, I'm able to just execute Ace of Swords, the plan. So everything is leading you to this person. Some of you have seen this person. 9 of Swords can also be like fears, worries, staying up all night, panicking. So for some of you, maybe you did try to date this person and it was like the family influence or whatever it is that's holding you back, financial influence that has kept you from coming into full union. For those of you who have met, I would say maybe 30 to 40% have met or seen this person, but the majority of you definitely have not entered a union with this person at this point. Okay. Spirit, what else can we know about their one true love? What will happen moving forward with their one true love? So we got the legals matters here. It says marriage license, divorce papers, getting a lawyer. This card also comes out when you're talking about leases, when you're talking about homes, family businesses, money. Divorces can be much more symbolic, where it's like you're divorcing your family, becoming estranged from your family. Spirit was giving me a strong... yeah, I'm seeing India now. So Spirit is showing me that culture, which, yeah, absolutely. That culture is very much so, very, family-based. Family is known to have some sort of influence or control, and even arrange marriages to a degree in some small pockets. Dang, the breakup card. It says grieving your loss, feeling lonely, and processing heartbreak. So you're having a divorce from your family or from their influence over you, at least keeping them at arm's length. There's a divorce from whatever is holding you back, whether that's a housing situation keeping you stuck or a financial situation keeping you stuck. I do see you breaking up with that financial misalignment. I see you breaking up with whatever is holding you back. For everyone, it's not going to be family, it'll manifest in different ways for you. We have the awakening card. It says opening your heart, spiritual activation, and twin flame ascension. So you guys might be connected in the third eye chakra before you're connected in the 3D. You may dream of each other, feel each other's energy, have weird synchronicities, a lot of online energy here, a lot of pining here, and mirroring each other, but also going through your own lives and having to separate from anything that's holding you back before you're stepping into union with each other. We got the happiness card. Thank goodness. I'm like, Spirit, don't zoom me like that. Like, we gotta have some positivity come through. We got happiness. So I do see that all of this will lead somewhere. We do also have the heartstrings card here. So, you are going to have to go through that, some of you, dark night of the soul or journey before you're getting to that happiness. But I would say that everything is kind of naturally leading you here. Intuition came up multiple times in this reading. High Priestess energy came up. So there's definite awakening here. There's a lot of signs that Spirit is holding your hand through this journey. Yeah, Spirit is showing me that old, it's not a painting. Is it a painting? That old, everybody used to have it in their house, and it's like footsteps in the sand is all I'm seeing. But Spirit is showing me that. So from young, you've had a close relationship with Spirit, your spirit guides, etc. And Spirit is leading you here. So I don't feel like you really have to go out of your way. Oh my God, there's a fruit fly. Get out of here. I don't feel like you have to go out of your way to make this happen. I feel like it's going to happen for you naturally. Heartstrings, it says playing with emotions, manipulative energy, crying for attention. So there could be someone trying to attach themselves to you, trying to pull on your heartstrings. And honestly, I see you up leveling up out of that. Happiness, it says fitting well together, lasting commitment, and deep connection. So it's like there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but you're definitely going through it and having to cross a barrier to get there, to get to your one true love. So for the majority, you have not met them yet. That's what I have for you, Group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.